welcome to another episode of Talking Only to Me. I'm Jay.
I'm Gaz.
And this is the Ant-Man and the Wasp spoiler review. So, in case you've never watched one of our videos before, me and Gaz have literally just been in the cinema, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we haven't spoke about the film once, have we?
No.
And we're going to speak about it in full detail right now. So if you've not seen the film, what you're doing, stop watching. Unless you are bothered, we are going to drop some big spoilers coming up.
No, I really liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I thought comedy was on point. I was laughing all the way through it.
You were.
Loved the action in it. Even though, like, it is ridiculous, some of it. And that obviously we've spoke before about, like, oh, I hate it when it's, like, a bit completely mental or
suspension
something like that.
of disbelief.
But the way it is done in Ant-Man is just brilliant, because like you can almost believe that there's just a trigger that would take you small.
Yeah, you just have it.
It just is part of that universe. So it's not, even though it is like completely like. Bleh.
Is it because it uses that kind of like psychobabble that you get in some sci-fi?
Maybe. I just think it looks realistic, even though it's not realistic.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right. Like I laughed when you laughed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on the whole suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief thing, but I kept thinking how, well, and we'll get into it more, it just didn't have the same momentum the first one did.
Yeah, I kind of know what you're thinking about.
It stopped and started, well, because it's a heist film. These are heist films, they specify, because that's what works best with these characters and their powers. But it felt like Snatch, with a load of different stories going on at once.
Yeah, that was was one of the only things I thought. The Lawrence Fishburne character,
I didn't mind him.
I thought he was going to be a bad guy.
Well, he kind of is on a man on the edge, isn't he? He's just kind of.
No, I thought when he first came in, and it was like, this is my old like scientist buddy, blah blah blah. And when he first comes into it, I thought, yeah, I knew he was going to be a bad guy, and he's a bad guy.
Well,
but he's the fucking worst bad guy ever.
He's not a bad guy.
Well,
that's why he's just doing something what he thinks is right.
Yeah, I know, but that.
What about Ghost? I mean, Ghost was that's
pretty cool, but at the same time, you always I kind of didn't feel her that she was like a proper baddie.
If anyone was a proper baddie for me,
it's Goggins.
It's Goggins. What Goggins?
What? Mr. I can't hold on to a suitcase on the boat. He was not a bad guy.
He was a perfect bad guy. He was a street level.
Right, for hero films, you need a villain.
Right.
There was no villain. Goggins is as close as it comes, and he was just what did he do when he had to get the lab back? He just rings the FBI.
Yeah.
What a fucking weasel! Exact same thing that I didn't like about
not seeing full.
He wasn't going like proper, like I'm evil, mate.
Not full on Sons of Anarchy. I'm a full-on transgender woman.
I'm not a big Michael Douglas fan.
You're not big on the Mick Duggo?
Any stretch. Usually he just annoys me in films. I just wish it was someone else. But in this series, I think he's been really good.
Yeah.
And I think it carried on. I don't think it was better. I don't think it was worse. I just think it was a good performance again. I love him in these. He's never really tickled my pickle in the past, but I think he's got a lot. Certainly in the modern era, has got a lot of shite that you just want to avoid. I mean, obviously he's been in some good stuff, but.
Well, how good was it? Well, I'll talk about both of them. Also, Michelle Pfeiffer had a kind of small role to play.
It was small. It was too. I think it was too small a role to really go. I really liked that or not. I mean, when she was on screen, yeah, it was fine.
I didn't feel like I was looking at Michelle Pfeiffer.
The only thing I wonder, if a lot of these films are set up to be trilogies, will she play a much bigger part in the next one?
I reckon she will.
That'll be interesting, because she seems to be, like, obviously, if the Wasp is now the modern, her daughter,
yeah.
What does she become? Because she's clearly got her own powers.
Oh, good, yeah. I don't even know.
So, I don't. You know the universe far better.
I don't actually know. Well, no, they're both Wasps.
Yeah,
in the comics.
What is she like? Fucking mind wasp?
No, she. this. Whoa, back up. I'm sure between Hank Pym firing him and that event happening, there was a lot of other things that happened you could blame. Like what about that guy who maybe he said he was discredited? Why not blame one of the guys who didn't hire him? Why not blame one of the guys who sold him cheap parts and caused the whole thing to go awry? Why blame Hank Pym? It seems really loose. And I was trying to listen to the connection, and then the phone rang.
It was weird, that bit. I get what you're saying, but I enjoyed it. It was really funny in parts. Many thanks to Lewis for that, I think, and Paul Rudd, to be fair, because they were such a good tandem in a way. Because obviously, when Paul Rudd isn't on screen, it's his little sidey who's pulling us all back up again.
Yeah.
So I think that is the base of this franchise, really, for me. The Ant-Man part of it. Because I just think they work really well. Like, Paul Rudd's so likeable, man. It's just ridiculous.
I'm so happy they picked him to play Scott Lang.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I think he is the perfect person to involve him with is Lewis. So on that basis, it's easily a 7.
Yeah.
I'd say it's one of the easiest 7s I'll ever give, but I wouldn't ever give it an 8 or a 9 or a 10, purely because I do think the storyline was a little bit looser and no villain to speak of.
But yeah, I think it's 7. It's a definite 7. What did you think? Please don't forget to leave a comment down below. Don't forget, rate, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And also, if you're listening on the podcast, don't forget to leave a review. Also, you can email us at talknerdyuk@gmail.com to ask us any questions that you want to
slip
ask.
Into our DM.
Yes, we might mention it on the podcast. I'm JB.
I'm Gaz.
And we've been talking nerdy.
Keep talking nerdy.
Sometimes I feel like I've been goddamned, running away with the loot in hot hands. Still I got